stuff. Horizon line. A horizon line is something that we talk about in fine art a lot when it comes to trying to create the illusion of three-dimensionality on a two-dimensional space. Linear perspective very frequently is what we're talking about here. So this is a line that represents the horizon even if you couldn't actually see the horizon in the composition. What I mean by that is if you can imagine out behind me the horizon line going right through the middle here, probably right around, kind of top of my bar top is kind of more likely, more or less where it would lie in there. But you can't see it in this composition. But if I were to make a linear perspective drawing duplicating this image that you see here, as I look up at my screen to better see what I'm talking about, if I were to recreate this as a linear perspective drawing, I'd have to have that horizon line in there in order to make sure all of my converging lines actually fit to the right spot. So for instance, on a landscape, very frequently you'll have like mountains and things like that. Well, the horizon line's not tracing the tops of the mountains. It's actually just almost always a straight line drawn across the image. It doesn't always have to be perfectly horizontal. It can be at a tilt to create more of a dynamic picture image or something like that. It can be really cool and interesting. It can be higher up or lower to indicate the higher up it is, it indicates that you're tilted down, looking down more. The lower it is, of course, the opposite. It makes you think like you're looking up towards the sky more. If it's directly in the middle, you're looking straight out at the horizon. It's a pretty cool trick that a lot of people teaching linear perspective don't talk about what that actually means, and it makes it more difficult to figure out, for students anyway, to figure out how to create the illusion of basically being really high up. Well, the higher up you are and looking down more at things, that means your horizon goes higher and higher. So yeah, good stuff. Horizon line's really great stuff to play with. There are lots of different linear perspective techniques, at least 4 that I can think of right off the top of my head, and I'm probably missing some stuff. But we'll talk about those in another series of videos sometime later on.